Good evening, everyone. I'm going to, let's see. All right. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, and adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as required by law. Specifically, the revised annual notice was emailed to the West Essex Tribune and the Star-Ledger on January 2nd, 2024. The agenda and resolutions for the meeting are available on www.livingstonnj.org. Certain portions of this meeting may be closed to the public for the purpose of personnel or other matters as outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made and/or discussed in closed session will be made known to the public at a later time. Notice to members of the governing body and township staff: any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purposes of township business, and any communications are subject to the Open Public Records Act. To the extent possible, this evening's Township of Livingston Council meeting will be live streamed via Facebook at www.facebook.com/Livingston Township NJ. Questions or comments will also be accepted by emailing livcomments@livingstonNJ.org by 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Each speaker should follow the rules of order in Livingston Code, Section 2-15. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Vieira.
Present.
Klein.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Here.
Mayor Anthony.
Here. Okay, we're going to stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Is Eileen Fishman here for the Essex County update? No? Okay. Seeing none. All right. We do have a proclamation presentation tonight. We have Captain John Drum. There he is. All right. Captain Drum has retired effective, I went to it, was it last Wednesday? Tuesday? Last Wednesday, who has been a tremendous member of our police force. We are going to give you a proclamation, John, and maybe we'll read this first, and I think we'll all want to say something about John, right? So, let's see. Ed, you want to start this? Sure. Okay.
First two, and then
Yep.
we'll go
Yep.
down the line.
Yep.
Whereas the mayor and members of the Livingston Township pleased to, sorry about that, I didn't have
turn
my
it
mic, so I'm going to start again. Whereas the mayor and members of the Livingston Township Council are pleased to join the community of the Township of Livingston in honoring Captain John Drum, and whereas John has served the community of Livingston as a member of the Township of the Livingston Police Department for over 34 years, and
whereas John's reputation for being a dedicated, loyal, professional, and courageous officer while serving the Livingston community as a member of the Livingston Police Department is well known and well deserved, and whereas John has served the Livingston community in the roles of patrol officer, sergeant, lieutenant, and captain, and in those capacities, he has worked for and greatly contributed to improved training procedures, technology and equipment upgrades, supervisory protocols, good order and morale within the Township of Livingston Police Department. And
Whereas John has worked to protect the township and the greater metropolitan area from threats of crime and criminal acts for the past 34 years, including being deployed to the World Trade Center in 2001 and the Essex Union Auto Theft Task Force. And whereas John has served on various township committees and has been active in planning security for many of the events held within the Township of Livingston, as well as those sponsored by the township, including significant roles on the Deer Management Committee, TNR program, and the Animal Control Unit. And
whereas on behalf of a grateful community, we wish him all the best in his future endeavors and thank him for his service, as he will truly be missed. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Al Anthony, and the entire Township Council of the Township of Livingston do here proclaim today as John Drum Day throughout the Township of Livingston. Congratulations, John. Chief, would you like to say something? I'm here for Peyton, I'm sorry. That was good.
The mayor will.
Right.
You want to make it funny?
It's a good funny.
We're live streaming.
I'll be brief. I know they want me to be brief, and I'll be brief. This is bittersweet for me. John, I always said that I had two brothers in the police department, my big brother, John Drum, and my little brother, Tom Smith. And I don't know if you're aware or not, both of them are retiring on me. John, we kind of expected. Tommy was a little bit of a surprise, but Captain Smith is retiring also in a couple months. But losing John, obviously, is difficult for me. Because we came in September of 2018 and we took over the reins of the police department in September of 2018. And I was promoted to chief, and the two men were promoted to captain the same month with me, right after we received a new manager, Mr. Lewis. And a couple months later, the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh was attacked, probably a month later, 2 months later. At that point in time, we realized that, we're going to go down uncharted territory with running the police department, and the events that occurred subsequent to that and over the course of the last 5 years really have been unprecedented. So I can't thank Captain Drum enough, and also Captain Smith. I'm sure we're going to have Captain Smith Day also down the road. But I could sit here and talk to you for an hour about the events that we had to endure. And again, we couldn't do it without the leadership behind me here supporting us the whole way, the managers, the council, but also the officers. And myself and Captain Drum and Captain Smith, we just led the officers, but the officers were with us all the way, 100%. And I can't thank them enough. But just the pandemic, the storms, we almost lost officers in floods, and the amount of senseless attacks and protests and just everything else that we had to endure over the last 5 years. I got to say, I think it was fate that three humble individuals just happened to take the reins at that point in time, and we worked together as a team, and I'll be indebted to him forever, so thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Anyone want to say something about
Yeah, can I say something?
Yeah.
So John, Captain Trump was the first police officer that I met after moving to Livingston. When I moved to Livingston, I became very active on one of the transportation committees, and John was the police liaison at the time, and that committee just truly respected and loved John for all the work he did on the Transportation Advisory Committee. But, once I got to know John, John asked me to introduce him to then freeholder, now it's commissioner, but freeholder Pat Siebold, because the Hobart Gap Road area, John's laughing right now, it was a little bit bumpy. It was a difficult road to drive on and had potholes and bumps. So I introduced John to Pat, and both John, Pat, and I took a ride in the police car. Yeah. Okay. So John took the worst car out, except what you're not saying is that you purposely hit every single bump and pothole on Hobart Gap Road. But you know what? A month later, that entire road was paved by Essex County. But John, I hope that during your retirement, you're not going to stop playing golf. We hold a lot of golf outings. Well, we hope you are, because a lot of people that are several holes away get a lot of laughs out of it. But you make the day actually a lot of fun, because what's supposed to be a quiet sport, like I said, you could hear John yelling and screaming from 3 holes away, and you don't know whether he's screaming because he actually had a good shot or if he had a bad shot. And nobody understands how John has a bad shot when his driver, it's illegal by the way, I don't care what you say, is about 9 inches big. And you know what? And Deputy Mayor Meinhardt is on his team half the time, and he knows exactly how big this illegal driver is. But we also, John, we're not going to talk about your scoring either. And last year we questioned your math a couple of times. But you know what? We finally started actually believing that those were not your scores, and those screams, of course, told us that they weren't. But You know what? I tried to put an extra paragraph into this proclamation, and it just didn't get in time, but I'm going to actually read what I wanted to put in. So it says, whereas the Livingston Township Council has decided to overlook the questionable high golf scores submitted by Captain Drum and his team based upon credible information that Captain Drum did not submit the false scores, and another unknown meddler purposely submitted these scores under the name John Drum. So therefore, the town council absolves Captain John Drum and returns his golf dignity to him. So, John, the last thing I want to say is on behalf of my entire family, we really love and respect you, and you're one of the best, and we just want you to enjoy your retirement. It's well earned, and thank you for all your service.
John, I think I would. I haven't played golf with you, so I can't comment as to.
We absolved you.
I think about words that I would use to describe you. I would say kind. You have this huge heart, and I think everyone can see it as soon as they start talking to you. Which, for a person in a position of authority, I think it's not always easy to have, to maintain that authority at the same time as being as kind as you are. You're rock steady. I think you're always dependable. I can and I did call you anytime, day or night, when I was trying to not hassle the chief too much, and just talk to you about what's going on, what are you seeing, and what was the story with this, and you were never not available. You always answered the phone, and you helped me, and I'm sure everyone else on this council do a better job on the council because you were able to give us information and help us and point us in the right direction and talk to us about important issues that people in this town were worried about. And you made government better, and you made the police force better. Incredibly professional. I think it's hard to do all those things and also have the almost just universal affection of all the people that you're serving for. I mean, you have a tough job to do, and I never heard anyone say anything bad about you. And the town loves you. And certainly that's how I feel about you, and we're going to miss you a lot. There are going to be other people who get called captain around here, but they're not going to be Captain John Drum, and we really just say that we're sorry to see you go, but we hope that you wish you much happiness and success in your future.
All right, thanks. Okay, just before we go, just for the record, John, I was not, and I have never have been on John's golf team, so I'm always on the other side. Okay, John.
Getting beat.
John's 3 out of 4 of John's golf team members are here today. Okay, and I think all of my golf team is here today. So John, maybe I'll have a chance of winning, and now that you're going to go see the golf pro, maybe you'll improve. But on a serious note, Sean said a lot of what I wanted to say, but I'm going to say that one of the first recollections I have of meeting you and asking you for something was when my mom called. My mom, who passed away in 21, called, and she didn't know what to do with some of the needles that she had. And you came to her house, I think with Chief as well, and she could not stop talking about both of you, but sorry, Gary, but she talked about John a lot more. And I have to tell you that you made an impression on her that day. It was one of the and you made a real big impression on myself. Your caring, your passion, your dedication, doing this very, very difficult job with a tender, loving care. Not only do you make everybody better, you make us better councilmen, you make town people, you make the town residents better, and we are all better for having the chance to have spent some time with you over all these years. I will miss you on the force. I know I will continue being friends. I know I will call you John anytime, and you will pick up the phone, maybe just for other reasons, because maybe there's a bottle of tequila floating around. But in all seriousness, on behalf of myself, my family, the entire residents of Livingston, this council, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything that you have done. And may you have a great, healthy, and happy retirement and the rest of your life with your family as well. Thank you.
Okay, John, I have nothing to say about you, so we'll move on. Now, John, Being on the council probably the longest, you were way back when I started, the most approachable. You gave me your cell phone right away, and you were just so easy to talk with. You gave me advice on things, traffic, you knew like the back of your hand, and then as we started to get into 2016, 17, you helped with the animal shelter, tremendous job with the animal shelter, and a lot of passionate people, and you always brought the temperature down in the room. And then on the... and the field, you did a great job with Barnabas Field when that was being built. But mine is like what Ed said. I mean, you're a fellow Monvillian, which is where I grew up in Montville, and both my parents and my wife's parents, you would always check in on them because you live in Montville, and that was just really like off duty. You would go and just see if they were doing okay. You know, now the surviving ones are my dad and my wife's mom. They're 89 and 88, I think. But you still check in, you and Renee, and that's really beautiful that you do that on your off time. And I know that also during Hurricane Ida, I think my wife may have been talking with you, and as the Rahway River was filling up my car, I was coming back, and I lost that car, and it's gone. You were like running out to try to save me, and I think you got stuck, and you had to sleep in your car that night or something, right? You didn't lose the car, but that was just really, I mean, that's the type of guy you are. And I was at the walkout the other day, huge crowd. What Sean said, this community loves you. It's impossible for someone to step in your shoes. But we do have a drum on the force now, your son, which is really cool. So anyway, I just want to say that I hope your retirement is peaceful, and you and Renee have some, fun, do some cool stuff. I'm sure you'll be at Rails in Tawaco. I just, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of everyone's heart, thank you so much for a job well done. John, we're going to give you a plaque.
Now,
up
could I
there.
just, before you give the plaque, I just wanted
Oh,
just a couple
yeah.
more. So, first off, full disclosure, I've always been part of John's golf foursome, so I'll plead the fifth here on the scoring situation.
Are you serious with
yeah.
that one?
John, I had the privilege of, I actually got to know John briefly before I came to Livingston, but then had the privilege of promoting him to captain at the same day that I promoted Chief Marshutz and Tom Smith. And I look back at that as, I think, a key turning point in the Livingston Police Department. And under all three of their collective leadership, it's been such a tremendous thing to watch as the department has flourished and grown and the morale has improved, and they all have such a dedication to the community. And John in particular has been alluded to, he's got a heart of gold. Kind is certainly an appropriate word, but as everybody knows, he could also be the hammer when he had to be. That was his nickname, sometimes the hammer, because sometimes that's what you got to do as a boss. But it's been a pleasure getting to know you, John. I know we will continue to be friends, and I wish you and Renee and the whole family the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Anyone, Jared?
I'll just be brief. Captain Drum, it's been a pleasure to work with you. I get to work with a lot of officers around the state, and you're by far one of the best officers I've ever worked with, and a real pleasure. You keep this town safe. And as a resident, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you've done. So I just want to wish you all the luck and enjoy your retirement. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. Russ?
Well, John, we want to wish you a healthy and happy retirement. I was here when you started. And we got involved with a lot of different projects, including deer management. And that's been successful. We haven't had a complaint in, 10 years now that we've been running it? And we've also drafted John to come back in the fall to help out with it. So we wish you... Huh? Yeah? Okay. So it's been a pleasure to work with you all these years. And you never said no when we called. You always responded. We had a few difficult times with a few things, but we got through them and together. And I appreciate that. So best wishes to you and your family in your retirement.
Anyone else? Good. All right. Anyone? All right. No one brought up the "I hate my ties" speech, John. We were at an event where John dedicated his whole speech to how much he hated his tie that he had on. And then you ripped it off as soon as the speech was over. Okay. Yeah, but that was great. No more ties now, right? Okay, so we're going to, John, if you could come up over here.
And in case you haven't figured it out, that is the new officer, John Drum Jr., in case anybody didn't know.
Thank you, John. Okay. No. I just want to acknowledge we have our Board of Ed here. We have President Pam Churls, we have Parul, we have Vanita, past member, Zoning Board, ex-Planning Board Chair, Peter Klein, who has a key to the city. Did you use the key to get in here, Peter? No. And Ellen Klein from the Board of Ed. Good to see everyone, and the Library Board. Nora, yes, all right, full house. Okay, and Stephen, of course. All right, we are now up to Resolution 2483. Carolyn, want to read?
Yes, so Mayor, what we're going to do tonight is
Yeah.
we're first going to open it up to nominations, and once the nomination process is concluded, if there's only one nomination, then we'll move the resolution. There's no point of order, no, Mr. Opper. No, sir, there'll be a public commentary. It's next on the agenda for agenda items. You're not recognized, Mr. Opper, you're out of order, you're not recognized.
No. That's our legal counsel.
Mr. Opper, you're out
Justin.
of order.
Yeah, Justin,
Mr. Opper, you're out of order. You'll have your opportunity to speak during public comment. Thank you.
okay. So what's the next? You want me to- I'll ask
Madam
for a
Clerk,
motion.
could you ask for nominations, please?
May I have a nomination for the Township Council member?
It is my honor to nominate Ketan Bhutani for the resolution of the Township Council.
I'll second that, Kate. I'll second it. Discussion?
I think we'll ask if there's any further nominations.
Any further nominations? No? Good.
And then, Mayor, why don't you ask to have the resolution introduced, appointing Kayan, and then a second, and then you
Okay.
can open up for
Do we have a
discussion.
motion to introduce the resolution?
I'll make a, go ahead.
Are we going to do comment at this point?
Yeah,
or just I'll make a motion to introduce the
We'll
resolution.
second, and then the
Yes.
mayor can open up to discussion around the
I make a
council.
motion. I make a motion to move the resolution.
I will happily second it.
All right.
And now mayor can open it up to
Okay,
discussion.
discussion.
Do you want me to read it?
Michael, want to go first?
Today, I will be voting for Ketan Bhutani, and I just want to congratulate Ketan and wish him the best of luck, as he will be representing all of the residents of Livingston. It's not an easy job, and we could all tell you that the volunteer work you do up here will be very rewarding, and most residents throughout our wonderful town really appreciate it, really so much. I've always said that Livingston is such a remarkable town. Our town is a mix of many nationalities, cultures, religions, beliefs. And if you take a photo of the men and women this town has elected to serve on the Livingston Board of Education and the Town Council, you can see diversity. You can see inclusion. You can see why I say Livingston is a remarkable town. Ketan, tonight you will make history in Livingston as being the first council member of Asian American descent. I'm sure there are so many people who are proud of you right now for this honor. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. Michael said a lot of the things that I was going to say. So I will, and that's what happens when you go second. But
Wait till you go last.
when you go last, right. So I think I want to talk, I guess, more personally about Ketan. I've known you for many years. And the words that come to mind when I think about you is, and I said this word earlier tonight, I'm going to call two people kind tonight, but you're a kind person. I think you're a generous person. You're smart and you're motivated. You are committed to community organizing, and not just in your tremendous efforts with Sanskriti and with cricket and table tennis, but for Livingston as a whole, right? You've stepped forward for the 4th of July committee and others. Knowing all this and seeing what kind of person you were, I was the one that put your name forward to be on the zoning board because I knew that you would do a great job there, and you served there for many years with distinction. You've been politically active in Livingston for many years, and not only at a local level, but at a state and even national level. That's why I'm proud to support you. You're going to help provide leadership in Livingston as part of this council. You'll do it with fairness and humility, and you will always do it with the best interests of Livingston in your heart. I think you're going to be a wonderful person on this council. I'm excited to hopefully that you'll get the votes that you need to join the council, and that you're going to be a pleasure to work with. And I can't wait to enjoy the time to spend with you with discussing and maybe disagreeing sometimes, but getting to the right point for Livingston and looking at it as our North Star.
Thank you. It is certainly my honor to be part of history, as was said earlier, to be the first Asian American descent person to be sitting on this council with us. I've been looking forward to this day, as many of you know, for many, many years. You are a dedicated, caring, community-minded individual who shares great knowledge to all of us, to this town, and I know will serve this town with pride and with great distinction. And I look forward to having you and to sitting next to you this evening and for many years to come. I am exceptionally proud to call you a friend and highly look forward to voting yes. So congratulations.
Caton, we've been friends for a long time, and you're here. This is great. I'm so looking forward to working with you on the council. We've worked together on a lot. You're like Mr. Energy. You're on so many committees. You do so much for the town. You love the town. Town loves you. Sean mentioned the committees, so I'm not going to go into them again, but obviously you do a great job on those, and you're involved in so many other things as well. And you got your beautiful family here tonight. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and you're making history here tonight. So congratulations. It's been a time coming, but great job. Great job.
Mayor, just for the record, we're voting on Resolution 24-083, a resolution to fill the vacancy on the Township Council and appoint Ketan Bhutani as a council member. Based on the nomination, the blank and therefore clause will also be filled with Ketan's name.
Councilmember Vieira.
Yes.
Councilmember Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Proudly, yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Very proudly, yes.
Congratulations.
Do you want to stay? No. Want to hold the microphone? Yeah. That's right. That's what I care about the most. How's that? Is this all right?
Is this good? This is good? Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, you want to hold it like right there? Okay. And watch with me, too. Ready?
We're gonna
Okay.
speak together.
Yeah, no. I state your name,
I, Ketan Bhuptani,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the
of
Constitution
the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in the state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I'll faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of the council member
of the Township of Livingston
of the Township of Livingston
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Kate, all right, come on up. We'll come up here. Sure. Do you want to get a photo?
Who are you?
Caton, as the newest council member, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I would love to say a few words to all the distinguished guests here, famous residents here, can I say? But one thing, it's an honor to get sworn in on John Drum Day. How's that? That's going to be the day, right, John? No, I'll start with you. I'll start with you first. 34 years, my friend, that's a long time, and thank you for your service. We have spoken at many occasions, worked together at many places and events, and you have been nothing but great help. So thank you. Thank you very much. And Chief, you were here just for me, not for John. So yeah, just for the record. Just for the record. No, I'll start with a few thank yous. I think my first thanks goes to the council. Thank you, Mayor Anthony, Deputy Mayor Meinhardt, Council Member Klein, and Council Member Vieira, for your confidence and in my application, basically trying to come in and be part of the council. Thank you for your confidence and thank you for your vote. I truly appreciate that. We have engaged in so many topics, government topics here, community topics here and outside, at many occasions, and you have been a great listener and a partner, and I am in a different role, very excited to work here with you to find solutions for our community. So thank you for that. I see Pat Siebel here. Thank you, Chairwoman. You have been a great guide for me throughout this special process. It has many steps, and you knew it, and you kind of guided me completely throughout the process. I wouldn't have done it alone without that guidance. And you have been transparent, very clearly telling me, what can or cannot happen, and this is how you do it as a resident trying to come in on the council. So thank you. Appreciate that. Right. I think a couple of things, but before I do that, I would like to acknowledge and thank my running mates, Mr. Larry Bergman and Mr. James McLevin. You guys have been amazing for the township. You have done a lot of work, and exemplary work, in fact. And it's my honor to be in company with you. So thank you for that. I also would like to thank now Assemblywoman Rosie Bagoli, who was in this seat and now moved to Assembly as a chairwoman. I thank her for the service to the town, her service to the town. I see many friends here, many folks I've worked with in committees, in boards, in so many other areas where I have been part of. Zoning board members, I see them here. My July 4th committee members, past and present. There you go. Hi, Steve. Are here. Members of my cricket fraternity, my team members, and my executive committee members. Sanskriti members are here. Indians in Livingston, that's here. Livingston Chinese Association, thank you, George. Table tennis group, biking group members, Parik's are here. So many friends, and also so many people I have worked with, volunteered. We came in 20 plus years ago in this town. And my first year, I have noticed that this town runs on volunteers. The spirit of volunteerism is so strong here. I just got involved. And in this so many years, met so many people, but now with this role, I look forward to more opportunities, speaking with more of our residents, those who have not gotten a chance to meet yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Our daughters have gone through, one of them is here, have gone through the Livingston Public School from grade 1. We have met and created so many bridges, so many relationships here. So this is the town most of my adulthood I have spent here. So I'm looking forward to continuing that and building upon that. I just want to mention a couple of things. I think everyone in the council mentioned first American, Asian American, Indian American on the council. And that's really an honor. It's really an honor to be first for that. But it also means that a lot of integration can happen as well. I look forward to working on that. I look forward to seeing and acknowledging our changing demographics. Our township is changing. So I look forward to continue to work on that integrity of all of these, integration of all of those communities with the larger Livingston community and make it a true one Livingston. Couple of years I have been on this process, and especially the last special process, as I mentioned, on this election process, I have met a few people and I've reached out, the past mayors and council members, and I was looking for their advice. What does this mean? What does this mean to be sitting here? And they were unanimous in their advice to me. Just be yourself. This role is about the residents, the quality of life, how we improve that. And I plan to do just that. So thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for your support, and being here in Indian traditional way. I would like to say thank you. Thank you for all of you to be here. And finally, to my family. Thank you for being here. This is the day which we were talking about for some time. To my wife, Dipti, you've been a rock on my side. You've been a voice of reason, and we have gone through thick and thin. But I tell you one thing, zoning board meetings, that was once a month. I would come home 10:30, 11. This is twice a week, twice a month. So thank you for letting me do that.
Don't forget all the committee liaisons.
And that's it, exactly.
Might as well tell her now.
No, it's too soon, too soon.
You definitely having cold dinner.
And to my daughters, Bhumi, who is right now with her patients. She's a resident physician in Pennsylvania, couldn't be here. But we do have Dara here. Thank you, Dara, for being here. And thank you guys, both of you, you girls, for being the great friend now for mom and dad. You've grown up into our great friends. Thank you for letting me do this and be part of this entire process with me. My mom and dad, you have instilled values in me, shown me the way, what is differentiate from right to wrong, stand up for what's right. And I'm here. Thank you. Thank you for all your knowledge and sanskar, as we call it in Hindi, instilling in me. So once again, my deepest gratitude. Thank you to everyone who is present here. I'm sure I forgot a few names, and yes, for that, it's a genuine mistake, but you know what? We'll fix it over food and wine very soon. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much, Kate. All right, we're to Carolyn, the approval of the minutes, I believe. Right, approval of the minutes, motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve January 22nd, 2024 regular conference and the 2024 closed session minutes of that same day.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Yes.
Councilman Butani abstains,
Okay,
as he wasn't present for those meetings.
all right. Next, we have public comment on agenda items only.
Motion to open the meeting to public comments on agenda items.
Second.
Second.
Yeah, anybody, yeah, I mean, yeah, so the meeting is now open to any agenda items, including the resolution which appointed Councilmember Butani. So anyone like to speak on any topic, including Kane's appointment, can speak now.
Hey, Raj.
Parikh, 2 Freedom Drive. Having been born and raised in this town, having walked in the first Memorial Day parade with the Indian community, I think in 1983 or 1984, as a very young kid. This is a very proud day for the community. I never, having grown up in this town, thought I would see someone that looked like me on this dais, and I think it's so important for all the kids and all of the families here. So congratulations to all of you on a great decision. Congratulations, Kathan, and we look forward to seeing everything that you can do here for the town. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Raj.
I serve on the Essex County.
Pat, what's your name?
Oh, sorry. Pat Siebold.
Thank you, we just need it, you know that.
I serve, sorry about that. I serve on the Essex County Board of Commissioners. We are a very, very diverse county. We are one of the most diverse counties in the state of New Jersey. And the Board of Commissioners reflects that diversity in this county. And I am very, very proud that Livingston Town Council represents that diversity. So I welcome Katen Butani to the Town Council and to increase our diversity so that we include all people in making this a better democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Hi, if you can tolerate 2 Parikes in one night. Carrie Parikh, 2 Frieden Drive. I'm going to acknowledge that there's always work to be done on process. There's always work to be done on transparency, but today is not that day. Today is the day to set that aside because the outcome is exactly as it should be. I'm so proud. I'm proud because I have kids that grow up here who consider themselves very much Indian. You tell me I'm honorary Indian sometimes. It's a really big deal to be a mom and to be able to go home tonight and look at my kids and say, see, you can do it because other people have come before you. It has been an absolute honor to work alongside you, and thank you to all of the council members and the mayor for making this choice, because I can go home tonight and rest my head on my pillow knowing that there's representation that matters and it's working. Thank you.
Thanks, Carrie.
Good evening, Vinita Khanna, Westgate, your neighbor. Westgate rules. Well, my heart is so warm and fuzzy tonight because this was a day that we've all been waiting for, as you could tell from the turnout that we had tonight with the Indian American community, and hopefully they'll show up more now. They'll be more motivated because they see themselves on the dais and they feel that they have representation. I have known Ketan for almost 20 years that he's been in town as a very active member of the community. But I got to really know him closely when he and I worked on my Board of Ed campaign very closely. And then I realized, my God, he's very, first of all, he's very sincere. He's very strategic, very methodical, very committed, and very consistent. So I was so inspired. So, and with that team backing me up, I think that may have been the reason for my victory. Well, somebody say I'm a good candidate too, but but it's the team. It's the team. We grow together. And when I got elected for the Board of Ed, I had looked back at my team and said, now don't just stop at this. There should be representation in other arenas as well. So this is a momentous day for us as the Indian American community of Livingston. I have been here 25 years. This is a long time coming. Thank you for your support, for your trust, for your confidence, and for your mentoring going forward. We love you all very much, and we appreciate the love that you give us back. Thank you. Congratulations, Ketan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vanita.
Pam Charles, formerly Westgate Road.
I know.
Currently Mount Haven
It's a
Drive.
powerhouse road.
I wanted to congratulate you. We met for the first time probably through your work with cricket and then Sanskriti. And you've always been very welcoming to me personally. But on behalf of the Board of Education, I wanted to welcome you, and we look forward to continued partnership with you. There are other meetings you'll hear about that you may not know about yet, but slowly but surely we'll incorporate you into our work. So we look forward to it.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Hi, my name is Neeta Jivekar, 8 Chelsea Drive. Congratulations. I'm so proud to call you my friend. I'm here to congratulate you on behalf of Sanskriti, and really, really heartwarming day for all of us. Thank you, council members, for appreciating this person here, and we are extremely proud of him. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nita.
Shubhra Mukherjee, Eastbrook. I'm sorry, I'm going to be reading from my phone. I just wrote it. I can't remember.
Sounds great.
Congratulations to Ketan Bhuptani for being the latest addition to our town council. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and the council members for your support and making this happen. Today is a historic and important day for us because Ketan is the first ever South Asian to be elected to this position. It reflects this town's inclusivity and spirit of rewarding volunteerism and public service. I've known Ketan Bhai, the Bhai meaning an elder brother in our culture, for the 12 years that I've lived in this town. And from day one, I found him to be a pillar in the local community. He taught me, a new resident, how to integrate myself in town, something he continues to this day with new residents. He's quite the town encyclopedia and shares his knowledge, wisdom, and experience with all who would ask. He has always encouraged me to get involved and helped with various committees and town events, and taught me how the local politics as well as town governance works. I'm amazed to see how he takes every opportunity to bring people together. I'm very happy for Ketan Bhai today and wish him all the best. Our town is better today with Ketan Bhai on the council. Thank you all and have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
George Shen, East Cedar Street. Congratulations, Keaton. You are always my friend and my mentor in, I just realized you serve in so many committees and so many initiatives, and you deserve this seat. And I'm looking forward to learning more from you. And congratulations, be the first Asian sitting there.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Prakash Paragi. I've known Ketan for more than 2 decades now, and we're more like brothers. Ketan is very dedicated, very high-spirited gentleman. He is conscientious, and he takes the task so easily and helps people, and that's the best part of him. I can proudly say, and I'm honored today that I can see him on the stage. Thank you for inviting me. I come from West Orange, but bring our love and affection to you. Thank you very much and congratulations. And thank you all for voting for him. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Paragi.
Good evening, Sanjeev Vinayak from Melbourne Short Hills, cross-border like West Orange, as Doctor said. First of all, congratulations, Ketan. Thank you to Pat Siebold and all the members here, mayor, deputy mayor, councilmen, to recognize and include diversity on the township committee. As Ketan is here, I ran for my town 4 years ago, and he was the guy who helped me to get into public service there. So he's so involved, not only at the township level, at the cross-border level, at county level. Him and I also serve on the district leaders for the county. And it is an absolute honor and pleasure to be here. And Ketan, good luck, best wishes, and you make us seriously all very proud. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Nilesh Shah, 49 Falcon Road, obviously Livingston. So, Ketan Bhai, again, the meaning of Bhai, elder brother, thank you and congratulations for being here. It's so honored to see in front of all of us, to see you on the seat. So, congratulations again. I'm not going to repeat all what everybody said, but I'm really, really happy for you, and thank you, all of you, other council members, Pat Siebold, for making this happen. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nilesh.
Thanks so much.
Chanchal Kala, 69 Sykes Avenue. First of all, thank you to John. I don't know if he's here. Thank you to council member for your support. And absolutely, congratulations, Ketan Bhai. I know everybody, and including myself here, I'm proud to see Indian American to be there on the seat. But for me, Ketan Bhai, and I want to know for all the residents that when I moved to the town 5-6 years back, the first thing I learned from him is how to integrate. I second Shuro and Sanjay's thought that how to lean in to the community. This community is run by volunteership. So he's all about, that's how I learned. I was very ignorant about the fact I didn't know any committee is volunteership. So I'm getting involved in the town. That's what he is, Ketan, for me. He tells everybody that. He tells everybody to lean in. It's not about Indian. It's not about Sanskriti. I learned about the town, volunteership, and I joined few volunteership, and I look forward to doing more. So thank you, Ketan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ketan.
Hi, my name is PJ Joekar, 8 Chelsea Drive. So I moved into this town with my wife Neeta about 15 years ago in 2008. And Ketan was one of the first guys who approached me and said, "Do you play cricket?" And I said, "Yes, but not well." And I didn't join till about 4 or 5 years ago, but he kept convincing me. So I know he's he's a good convincing power, but he's also a fighter. And I know he will fight for the greater good. And I've seen him, his resilience in last couple of years. And I think, he's got it in him, and I think he'll fight for the greater good for Livingston. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Monica Gupta, 44 Billingsley Drive. So I'm sure Ketan Bhai knows what Billingsley Drive
No,
is.
that's, Mr. Mayor, that's the opposite now. Now we have Billingsley now coming in.
That's-
Westgate versus Billingsley. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. It's another great street.
So all I want to say is we are very, very proud to see you sitting there, Ketan. It's just a very, very precious moment. We are seeing history. You're creating history for us. We can't be more proud. Just looking forward to see all the changes that you're gonna bringing forward to the community. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.
Bankim Balaria, 49 Witchwood Road. Ketan Bhuptani, Ketan Bhai, as most of us call him. I've known him through various associations, cricket, table tennis. We used to play in his garage and his basement and everywhere. He started from his house, and now probably it's a 200, 300 people community playing table tennis. We have biked together. I just want to say one thing. There are people who started, as an example, biking 10 miles, and now Ketan Bhai encouraged them to go up to 100 miles. I give that example as an example to say Ketan Bhai takes people along, and he's always the last one to finish, right, with the slowest guy at the back, right? And that's an example of leadership. So apart from being Asian, Indian, American, he's deserving to be sitting there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Manish Palodia, Dr. Manish Palodia, Sunshine Lane, Livingston. I've been in the town since 2004. And, Ketan Bhai, since the beginning days of cricket, we started the 5 guys, started playing cricket, and eventually became 150 guys. His gentle, soft, but persuasive power is incredible. He stands for right, no matter what. He's all about inclusivity. He wants to make sure, whatever he is, right thing gets done. And congratulations. Thank you very much. Have fun. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, Manish.
You have 7 seconds.
Sorry,
left,
no.
Vanita.
Westgate has to go twice.
You have to go twice.
Vinita Khanna,
Right.
Westgate.
This year.
As a recently retired Board of Ed member and seeing my board colleagues here, well, first of all, please listen to everything they say. And now more burden on you to work as effectively as possible with the Board of Ed, because, they are doing great things. And
It's my
the-
first day, so I'm going to definitely say yes.
I'll keep him accountable. All right. And secondly, there's so much talk about cricket. So, you brought cricket to this town and you encouraged everybody to play. And guess what? The Board of Ed has added cricket to the curriculum. So this is how beautifully this town has worked with volunteers collaborating for the betterment of our town. So with leaders like Pat Seabold, who guide everybody on either side, it's incredible. With Ellen Klein, Peter Klein in the house, who always are there to give you advice. We have such an incredible team going here. I'm so proud to be a Livingstonian and forever will be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Vanita.
Thank you, Vinita.
Anyone else?
Motion to close?
Seeing, yeah. Second, I was going to say, this is the first time I think any of us can remember that we're actually going to complain about closing the public part of it.
Yeah, this is
So
great.
it's very rarely do we get to sit here and enjoy all these comments. So thank you all for coming up and speaking.
Thank you. All right. Good?
Yes.
You say thank you to everyone?
Vinita, you said mentoring, right? So mentoring starts right now. So once
Thank
again,
you, everyone.
once again, thank you very much. I was trying to say thank you after each one, but yes, I may have missed a few, but no, I truly appreciate it. Very humbling comments. Yes, the word I was looking for initially was humble. It is a humbling experience to have all of you come here and speak about all of that, which come just like that for me. I never in a million years thought that this is what I was doing all this for. There was no goal. There was just community, just working with friends and just being engaged and give back. So it's really a humbling experience, and thank you for each one of you being here again and coming to the microphone. The words I mentioned about the leaders I reached out to, Mr. Klein was one of them. And the advice that I got, the direction that I got, the guidance that I got is immense. And I think I'm going to be reaching out to you more and get more advice and more guidance. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for speaking tonight. That was beautiful. Carolyn, any written comments on the consent?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. We'll move to the final hearing, second reading of ordinances. Carol?
This is ordinance 2-2024, amending Chapter 146, Food and Beverages, Article 1, Licensing, and Chapter 154, Health Ordinances Administration.
Motion to move for...
Motion to open.
Motion to open the public comment on this ordinance?
Second.
Thank you.
Seeing none,
Anyone?
motion to close.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, you got it, roll call.
Roll call.
You got to move. So
Oh,
move.
now you gotta move.
Yeah, move it.
I'll second it.
Can you do this?
I don't know.
Mayor,
Any opposed?
Mayor, just for the record, Councilmember Bhutani will not be voting on this as he was not part of the governing body when it was introduced.
That's right.
Councilmember Baptani abstain. Councilmember Vieira.
Yes.
Councilmember Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes. Okay. Next we have for introduction, Carolyn?
Ordinance 5-2024, amending Chapter 274, Streets and Sidewalks.
Move it on first reading?
Second.
Any
All in
comments?
favor?
What's a vote?
Yes.
Okay. Councilmember Baptani.
Yes.
No.
Councilmember Vieira.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes.
And Mayor, the final hearing on this will be February 26th, in 2 weeks.
Great, thank you. The next one?
Ordinance 6-2024, amending and supplementing Chapter 29, Traffic and Parking.
Move it on first reading?
Second.
Any comments?
Any comments? No?
Councilmember Baptani.
I think I'll abstain this one. Need more information.
Vieira.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes.
And Mayor, this will also have its public hearing at the February 26, 2024 meeting.
Great, thank you, Carolyn. Next one?
Ordinance 7-2024, amending and supplementing Chapter 6 of the Township Code by creating Article 7 entitled Rules Applicable to All Committees.
Move it on first reading?
Second.
Any comments? No. Seeing none?
Councilmember Baptani.
Yes.
Vieira.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes.
Ordinance 8-20.
That one?
Yes, I'm sorry, that one, 226 also.
Great, thank you. Yes, 8.
Ordinance 8-2024, amending and supplementing Chapter 170-91, fences.
Move it on first reading?
I had a question about it.
Okay.
Yeah, when we come back.
Can we, question?
So after the
I'll
second,
second.
then it'll be open.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, comments?
Barry, if you could just explain the changes being made here, why we think, what the rationale is?
Yeah, so this is the fence one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So some time ago, the council authorized an ordinance that permitted deer fences in certain properties. Generally speaking, we have fence regulations that apply everywhere, but residential properties that abut undeveloped parcels, woods greater than 2 acres that are prone to having deer population. There was an exception that they could install what are called deer fences. It's a little bit higher. The requirements, as originally adopted, only allowed the polypropylene black, which is a plasticky fence. We've received a number of concerns, I'll call it, from residents that those fences are not sufficiently durable, that deer just step up against them and break them. So this would allow, basically a wire mesh chain link type that would just be stronger and keep the deer out.
Thank you.
I do have a quick question. Larry.
Yeah, sure,
You gotta
Keith.
keep one
Oh,
door,
yeah.
you gotta keep one door open,
You
please.
gotta-
Thank you.
Is there any height regulation included in there?
But the height was already there, it's 8 feet. The height remains the same, it's just adding the additional material, and it's only for deer fences.
Nice, thanks.
Any other comments? No? Okay.
Okay, Councilmember Baptani?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt?
Yes.
Mayor Anthony?
Yes. 226?
Ordinance not, yes, this one actually will not be 226. The final hearing on this will be March 11th.
March 11th, great, thank you. Yes, the next one?
And lastly, ordinance 9-2024, appropriation of $5,475,000 bonds for various improvements.
I'll move it on first reading.
Second.
Any comments?
Yeah, Barry, this is a significant number. Do you want to just take us through this, please?
Yeah, again, so this is, as we've been doing lately, our capital improvement program, we try and get our capital ordinances in early in the year so that the funding's available for various projects to get underway. This particular ordinance has a number of items. I'm trying to find it. One of the notable ones is a new fire apparatus for the fire department that is long overdue. There's our road program, including roads. There we go. Thank you. There's work associated with repaving, and we used to have underground fuel tanks at Town Hall, and those have to be removed and replaced. And also at the firehouse, this includes the engine replacement, some maintenance at firehouse buildings, updating some of the, and then, of course, the road and engineering program, which is a significant portion every year. So it's pretty comprehensive, addresses all the current needs.
Mayor, I have a comment.
Sure, thank you.
Barry, I just want to thank you and Ann for this. I do see the Quint, the fire apparatus in there, so I'm sure our volunteer firefighters who do a wonderful job in our community will be very happy with this. It's long overdue. And I also saw that there's some repairs to the fire department also. So
Right.
thank you very much for putting this capital money in.
Any other comments? No? Okay.
Councilmember Baptani?
I'll abstain this one.
Viera?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt?
Yes.
Mayor Anthony?
Yes.
And the final hearing on this will be February 26th,
All right.
2024.
Thank you, Carol. Next is the consent agenda for resolutions. Anyone have an objection to reading them all together? You want to pull any out?
Yeah, Mayor, I want to call out, just real quick, 24-086.
Okay. Which one? What's all? Anyone else? No? Oh, we're pulling out 86, 24086.
And Mayor,
Yes.
Councilmember Butani has indicated he's going to abstain on the consent agenda tonight.
Sure, yeah.
You would like to read through and be knowledgeable about it.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you,
Yes.
a motion to read all of them other than 24086?
So moved? Second.
Any opposed? No?
Resolution 24-081, authorizing the award of a contract to R&D Trucking, Inc. Resolution 24-082, authorizing purchases under the North Jersey Wastewater Cooperative Pricing Program System. Resolution 24-084, authorizing alcoholic beverages in designated public recreation areas. Resolution 24-085, authorizing the award of a contract to Stanzial Construction LLC. Resolution 24-087, authorizing 2024 temporary emergency appropriations. Resolution 24-088, consenting to the proposed Northeast Water Quality Management Plan amendment.
I'll move all the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda.
Second.
Any opposed? No? Okay.
Councilmember Baptani abstains. Councilmember Viera?
Yes.
Councilmember Klein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt?
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes.
This is Resolution 24-086, pulled from the consent agenda, awarding a contract for services in evaluating township pool options to land associates.
Discussion first, Jared.
It's preferred to have a motion and a second than
Okay.
discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah, I called this out, 24086. Thank you for letting me pull this out. Just want to give a special shout out. This is the beginning of what's going to be a long-term project for this town, reevaluating the pools. I would like to particularly thank Stephen Kroll, Alan Carpus, and Ron Valentine, who have chaired and continue to chair the pool committee in this town. They've done yeoman's work. They will continue to do yeoman's work for this town. I look forward to working with them. I know we all do in the future. And I'd also like to thank Ann Cucci as well, our CFO, who has a lot of work ahead of her. But I know, so we appreciate everything that you will be doing to help this town. It's time that this council, I know, is committed to coming up with a pool situation that has not been touched by any of our previous councils for probably the last 50 years, Barry, did we figure out? For 50 years. The can has been kicked as far down the road as possible, and it is now this council's responsibility to start working on it, and this is the beginning of this process, so thank you.
I'd like to, in addition to Ron, Steve, Alan, and Ann, thank you, Deputy Mayor, for all your work on the pool committee. I know you've sat through a lot of meetings. I know you've reviewed all the materials, and I do look forward to the can stopping and us dealing with that issue that's been kicked around for a long time. So thank you for spearheading that. Thanks.
I would like to add, Mayor and Deputy Mayor, to your comments and to your service, Deputy Mayor. I was sitting in the audience when Steve and Ron presented their findings. I have spoken to so many people in town. There are both sides. Like, hey, people have pools in their backyards. Why community pool? But then that case study really starts building up the facts in front. So I completely in agreement. I second that effort, and definitely want to add my thanks to them. And it's a great study. We should build upon that. Thank you.
Mayor, I just want to thank you also for keeping this high on the agenda. I know last year it was one of the topics that I had pushed, and thank you very much for keeping it on, and thank you, Deputy Mayor, for continuing your service on that committee. It's something that this community definitely does need.
And thank you, Councilman Ben Mayor, for the can stopping, being kicked around, and getting it on the agenda last year, and I'm just continuing the work. Appreciate it.
Councilmember Baptani is abstaining. Councilmember Vieira.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Mayor Anthony.
Yes. Okay, we're up to the public portion. Public comments on
Move to open the meeting up for public portion.
I'll second it.
And all in favor? Yes. Okay.
No comments from Liv.
No comments? Okay. Anyone on anything, or take care?
Motion to close public comment?
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Well, any opposed? No, okay. All right, we're up to reports of township officials. Who do I start with again here? Ann, do you go? Go this way.
Thank you very much for everything you did with the pool committee as well and supporting this. It's a long road, but we're going to get it done. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for all your work, Ann. Adam?
No update at this time.
Great, okay. Barry?
Just like to welcome Caton to the council. Very exciting. It was amazing to hear some of the comments, so I look forward to working with you. My standing offer to meet with you. I have a very open door policy. Get you up to speed on anything you want. Don't hesitate to call. I'll get you my cell phone number, obviously. And again, just congratulations and look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry, and I'll take up that offer. We'll be sitting down.
Russ?
Yes, welcome to our new council member, and we wish you best of luck. One thing we reported out for last week was we attended an event by the county where we were presented with our check for the sensory van that we're actually in the process now building, now that we've got the approval to go ahead. and that'll be for people that are maybe have some sensory things at events and things like that, and they can have a quiet place to go to. So that project is well underway, and the county is participating with a check of an amount of $37,500. It's not the total price, but it's a good chunk of it. So we thank the county for their participation through the community development program.
Thank you, Russ, for going there. And Michael, you went as well, and Ron?
And Ron Barbella, yes.
Thank you, and I thank the county as well. Oh, and Pat, there you are. The county, yes. Thank you, Pat, for all your work in procuring that, so I appreciate it. Carolyn?
Just wanted to say congratulations and welcome to the Township Council also, and I look forward to working with you, and I'm sure that my door is always open, so anytime you're in the building, stop by and say hi.
Thank you, Carol.
Great, thanks, Carolyn. Jared?
Thank you, Mayor. Caden, congratulations. It's a true honor to sit up here with you. I've known you for a long time, and the real winner tonight are the residents of Livingston, because I know that you're going to be a great steward, a great fiduciary for them. I know you have their interests at heart. And again, it's a true honor to sit up here and a privilege. So I'm very happy for you tonight.
Thank you, Jared. And thank you, everybody. What a warm welcome. Thank you very much.
Great, thanks, Chair. Thanks, Kate. And now we go to the council.
See, I was not
Anything
prepared.
else to talk about?
All right. I think I would like to start by saying last Saturday night was just amazing. We had a fantastic Livingston Chinese Association Chinese New Year celebration. It was so colorful, great music, fantastic energy. So I congratulate the LCA, and there are quite a few other organizations, including Livingston Chinese School. They were part of it, and great job there. One other piece is I had a fortune to kind of go and play chess. Ina is right here in her club, and I got beaten, I tell you. But it was a great experience. Fantastic arrangements there, Ina. So keep up the great work. Absolutely.
That's great. I won my first game at Chess and Bagels against a sixth grader, but I'll take it. And yeah, I did.
I thought the saying was fifth grader, not sixth grader.
But Slava, he wipes the board with me. Yes. Her husband, Slav, is like a chess master. But anyway, okay, let's see. Michael.
So I have it on my schedule to stop by the chess and bagels, but I'm only there for the bagel part of it. I do not play chess. I will not get beat by a sixth grader. So, but I will take butter on my bagel when I get there. But Katen, congratulations again. I look forward to many long years of working with you. I want to thank Pat Siebold, the leader of our party, for sending such a remarkable candidate to us. Thank you for your leadership, Pat. I, too, was with the mayor at Saturday with the Chinese Cultural Day, and I want to thank the Chinese community for putting on such a wonderful event. It was really, really wonderful. And I do want to wish our Chinese community a Happy New Year. It's the Year of the Dragon this year. I believe February 10th is their New Year, so Happy New Year. And I just want to also thank our veterans for continuing to honor the World War II. It's the Four Chaplains ceremony. It's where four chaplains ended up giving up their life vests to save other people on a sinking ship. And every year they have this ceremony. It's moving and just remarkable. So I want to thank our veterans for continuing that ceremony. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Klein?
So I would say Happy Chinese New Year to everyone. Happy Year of the Dragon. I would just comment on a couple of other events that I was at as well. We went to a ceremony to honor the founding rabbi of Suburban Torah, very well attended this past Monday, and it was a special ceremony to hear how meaningful he was to that congregation, and a pleasure to go, and thank you for the invitation to that. And I also wanted to just mention on the Four Chaplains ceremony also, I think we're invited to maybe 9 or 10 different ceremonies by the veterans in town, and the Four Chaplains is my favorite ceremony. It really gives this message. One of the things, Michael touched on it a little bit, but I think one of the other points that's important to think about is that the 4 chaplains were from 4 different religions. And it's a really inclusive ceremony, much in the way tonight was inclusive. And it celebrated the humanity that we all have in common. And also it celebrates, sacrifice and doing what's right for the greater good. And those are all lessons we have to keep at heart all the time. So thank you to Brian Boyle and for all the veterans organizations who helped to run that. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you very much. So I'll just dovetail on some of the other remarks and wish the Chinese community a Kung Hei Fa Choi, a happy New Year and happy. That's from my years of living in Hong Kong. I remember that. Also, dovetailing on what Sean said about the different religions. A few weeks ago and this Friday, there will be another rally here in front of Town Hall representing different parts of the world and different religions. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the Livingston Police Department for thanking all of them for keeping all of us safe during this, and to the auxiliary as well. Thank you very much to the auxiliary for all that you do as well. You're invaluable to this town. You're always there when we need you as well, when the police need you. But the LPD has shined a few weeks ago, and I know they will continue to shine this Friday. So I want to thank them as well. And finally, through my soccer friends who are here, how exciting it is to have the World Cup coming to New Jersey in 2026, the final. So I know you're all cricket fans as well, but I can't help it. I'm a big soccer fan, so I was just as excited as you guys were for that announcement yesterday. So thank you, Mayor.
World Cup of Cricket is coming as World Cup of World Cup of Cricket is coming as well.
Yes, in
so we'll
Long
talk
Island.
more about
Long
that.
Island?
Yes, Long Island and others. Yes,
It's
exactly.
amazing. I think just about everything was mentioned. Real quick, scheduling, we don't have a meeting 2 weeks from now. It's 3 weeks from now, as we were saying with Carolyn, 2/26, because of President's Day. Real quick, Pat, great job on the Democratic Committee, and Caton, wonderful, wonderful choice. We're looking forward to working with Caton. And Pat, thank you for the sensory trailer as well. Let's see, we have the Chinese festival. I think a few people mentioned it. It seems to get better every year. It was this year with the blanket twisting, and I mean, I think the woman who did it's in the Guinness spinning umbrellas, and was in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the type of talent we have at that, and I think I called it the Big Five the other night. The Livingston Chinese School, the Washa School, our school system, the Livingston Chinese Christian Livingstones.
You got one more.
And I got one more. Hold on, the Chinese Association.
You got it.
Okay, thank you. And thanks for attending with me, Councilman Vieira. Also, real quick, a shout out to the LPD. We already gave a shout out to Chess and Bagels, which has become a regular. And I really appreciate everything you do. I mean, the bagels, you had to do an extra run that time because it was so mobbed. I mean, it's really taken off. And thank you for all you do for it. So thanks, Nina. So yeah. I think that's it, right? Anyone else have anything? Jared? No? All right. So we are going into close for a couple items. I think you mentioned them already.
Yes.
Jared, or no?
Yeah, Madam Clerk will read the resolution into the record.
Resolution 24-089 to go into closed session, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Council is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the Township Council wishes to discuss, 1, 615 South Livingston Avenue, contract negotiations, attorney-client privilege. 2, poll consultant, contract negotiations. 3, tax appeal updates, attorney-client privilege. 4, litigation updates, attorney-client privilege. 5, affordable housing, attorney-client privilege. Whereas minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires confidentiality, the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Livingston that the public be excluded from this meeting. Councilmember?
So moved.
Okay, you're right.
Motion. Second.
Councilmember Batani?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Meinhardt?
Yes.
Mayor Anthony?
Yes.
We move into closed.
We are adjourned.
Have a
not adjourned now. We're going to close.
We're going into close.